Hey guys, this is SB Goji fan once again. I'm really sorry this was a huge delay. It was because I was too busy during the time. I had to finish up everything before I head to Europe. So yeah, and I'm sorry for too much delay because sometimes I'm a little busy. I had to do a few things, but I would do Godzilla three more episodes of Godzillathon before I start college, and probably somewhere this week. So yeah, I will do like some more like even college times. During the weekends, I'm gonna do like one or two episodes each weekend, like even next month. But on October, Godzillathon will be closed. Yes, Godzillathon will be closed just for the month for something else. It's for something else. I cannot tell you what it is. You just have to guess it for yourself. And it's going to be on October, so be aware of that. So, we are now on episode 13 of Godzillathon, and this movie is just like, I'm just a little concerned about this one. This is Godzilla versus Megalon. Oh god. I just can't. I can't do this one. It's a very very weird one. I honestly never wanted to do this because it's just so awkward. It's a very awkward movie. I It has some of the weirdest moments. It's so stupid that I had to review a Godzilla movie that's like Godzilla being a stupid, like, kid-friendly superhero. What is this? Yeah. So, yeah. This movie is kind of weird enough, but hey, there are pretty good moments about this movie. Well, actually, before I want to start, this movie was supposed to star Jet Jaguar to be the main star of the movie that Toho had to do, called Jet Jaguar versus Megalon. But instead, they just bring in Godzilla and Gigan because that's what Toho is all about. That's what Toho's about, you bastards. They just bring Godzilla for no reason. They do it because because that's what Toho is about. It's about fucking Godzilla. And they bring Gigan because why not? Why can't we? Gigan's awesome. So, let's begin. So we open up this kind of massive explosions, like going crazy and all that shit going on, and then we see the logo with the somewhat silly song, which is kind of like it's like Godzilla versus Hedorah, but way more cheesy. Then so there was an underground civilization called the Seatopia. Seatopia, yeah. It's a kind of weird name for some type of alien type civilization. And by the way, guys, those of you who are really confused, these underground people, the Seatopia, they're actually aliens from thousands of years trying to gain Earth, and say like if humans are doing something that aliens just can't stand from underground, they just get pissed off and go nuclear explosions, just sending a monster for no reason. So, oh, and speaking of explosions, a test stock footage. Way to go, assholes. So then we cut to the footage of recycled footage with Monster Island monsters like Godzilla, Anguirus, and Rodan. Blah blah blah. Who gives a shit about that? So naturally they just. I'm sorry. It's so hard that this movie is. I can't even remember anything from this movie that much. I mean, it's just that taking notes of it is just kind of complicated, especially like it's so weird too. So we also have a beginning where we show like a little kid, and oh my god, this fucking kid. This is probably the worst kid in the Godzilla franchise. People hate Ichiro so much. This kid is fucking annoying. Like, oh, shut up! he doesn't shut up, and more scenes just. So yeah, the future movies like, no, I'm sorry, but later in the movie makes you like later on in this movie like until the end is gonna make you want to hate him so much. Like, ugh, I want this kid to die. That's how I feel about this character, right? So, yeah, moving on. So, this kid, Rokuro, him and his uncle Goro Ibuki were building a robot, like a a robot which honestly, which I call this like the Walmart version of Ultraman. Yes, that's Monster Island buddies. They built this weird robot. Well, before that, there was an earthquake on the ocean. Blah blah blah, whatever, and these fucked up aliens just send Megalon up there, try to cause so much shit going on around the world. I mean, who gives a shit about this? Who gives a shit? This movie stinks. So they build this robot, which they call him Jet Jaguar. Um, Jet Jaguar is like a humanoid robot under construction by the inventors. However, the agents' first attempt is botched, and they are forced to flee to safety. A little bit later, Jet Jaguar was finished already, but the trio of inventors are knocked unconsciously. Oh, or should I say like that kid just got kicked in the balls. It was awesome. That was awesome. And those aliens captured them actually. Um, they they were trying to use Jet Jaguar to guide to direct Megalon to destroy whatever place these aliens command to do. Goro and Rokuro are sent to be killed, but then they were saved for no reason. For no reason how. When Jet Jaguar is put to control by what by these two characters, and the aliens just send and Megalon was actually revealed, and my god, Megalon looks like a badass. Not as badass as Gigan, which I'll talk about Megalon later. So Jet Jaguar float to like Monster Island, and it was playing charades with Godzilla. Yep, Godzilla comes to save the day. Same old shit. These two were playing charades for just some odd reason. Oh my god. So when Godzilla was sent to go to the place, and Jet Jaguar float to stop Gigan. Or no, float to stop Megalon. I'll get to Gigan in a moment. So then, speaking of which, these aliens, the Cetopias, that's what they're called, right? We're talking about like the Space Hunter Nebula M aliens from the previous film, and send Gigan to help out. Like, oh wow, and yes, this is somewhat recycled from Godzilla vs. Gigan. Actually, what I first heard is that this movie was filmed for like a few weeks. You know what that means, right? They use recycled footages from the previous film. That is a complete waste of a movie. Why would you ever do that? Fucking bullshit. So, moving on. So Jet Jaguar can actually change his size to fight Megalon, and Megalon and Jet Jaguar were fighting. Gigan actually comes by and says, and he's like, "Hey, let me kick your ass, man." And then Gigan just smacked Jet Jaguar. Gigan and Megalon both teamed up, and it was a pretty cool bro fist or whatever that was. Like, Like, let's do it. It's another type tag team like the previous film, except with different monsters. And Godzilla's back and Gigan's back. So and speaking of which, Godzilla did arrive perfectly, and the fight goes on like a little while. Like Megalon just shoots bombs out of his mouth. Um, got There was fire spreading around these two, Godzilla and Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar actually got Godzilla out safe. I don't know, but Godzilla was supposed to go through fire, so why wouldn't he go through there? Why wouldn't he do that? Oh, that's right. This is Showa, and the rubber suits are not bulky enough. So, yeah. So the brutal fight goes on, boom, 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 until the daytime, blah, blah, blah. Jet Jaguar threw Gigan up in the sky. Godzilla blasts his atomic breath, and Gigan just retreats. There you go, boys. And comes the best part. The best part in the world. Oh my god. This is the scene I have to show you all. Just look at this. That was goddamn awesome. I mean, Toho does know that was awesome. And the best part is you get to see it again, like I showed you right there. That drop kick was the best part. That was the best part of the movie. Like I guess it was the tail support. So after that, Megalon retreats back into the place, and he goes back underground, I guess, to die. I guess Megalon died already with those goddamn aliens. So that's pretty much how the battle ended. Godzilla and Jet Jaguar shake hands, like thank you so much, man. And Godzilla walks away like thank you so much for helping, but I'm not really an Ultraman person, so sorry, man. I'll be back soon. So then, of course, the fucking kid comes back. Bye, Godzilla, but whatever it is. I mean, dear God, that fucking kid is annoying. That fucking kid's annoying. And, of course, the Jet Jaguar song. Punch, punch, punch. Yeah. That's pretty much the end of the movie. Like I said, it's a very stupid Godzilla movie, but it has some silly moments, and it's pretty interesting, especially that fucking drop kick. That was the best part of the movie. That was the best part. I mean, what can I say? It's probably like the end of the Dark Ages of Godzilla movies, or maybe it is, because Hedorah came out first, and this was the last of it, and this was part of the 70s. The characters, who gives a shit about these characters? They're dumb. They're dumb characters. Music by Richiro Manabe. Didn't. It's cheesy. Jun Fukuda. Same director from the previous movie, Godzilla vs. Gigan. Oh, and one last thing. This movie came out in 1973, right? Well, guess what? And the movie takes place. They said 1970X. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, it's so weird. And I know this was a very quick review right here. I'm so sorry. It's because the movie was like 81 minutes and it was so short. Jesus Christ, it's so short. Okay, yeah, it's so weird. Let's talk about these four monsters. I'll start with Megalon. Oh, no, I'm going to start with Jet Jaguar right here. I wasn't entirely a fan of Ultraman. Well, I did see some of the Ultraman episodes, and they were pretty interesting. They were pretty okay. Jet Jaguar, I honestly like Jet Jaguar more because Jet Jaguar is like, he's so funny and he's so hilarious. I mean, I don't know what to say about Jet Jaguar compared to Ultraman. I mean, Jet Jaguar is so funny. I mean, what else can I say about liking this guy more? Yeah, I was disappointed that he was supposed to be the star of the show, like the star of the movie, but they added Godzilla because they just want to make money for whatever it is. Let's go to Megalon. Obviously, is a Gigan ripoff, usually because the hands and some kind of whatever it is. The only difference is that he doesn't have a buzz saw, and his hands, instead of hooks, he's got drillers. That's pretty cool. The mouth shape is kind of weird usually. That makes sense, but it's more like a beetle type style. And he shoots bombs out of his mouth. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, this character is very cool. I even like that horn or magic wand. What the fuck? Why did I just say magic wand? What is this? Monster Island buddies? It's so funny right here that I just couldn't stop laughing. It's so silly, and Megalon is a pretty cool monster. Really, really he is. Gigan, what can I say? It's the same Gigan. I mean, at least Gigan gets his own partner, really. But Gigan's a coward in this movie. Like, that's pretty cool about Gigan. He's a coward. Like, he tries to retreat from King Ghidorah. He was supposed to leave him behind, but Godzilla just blasts his atomic breath, and he just fell down. King Ghidorah left first before Gigan. I mean, that was pretty cool. So, oh, and Megalon, I mean, this was the only movie for Megalon. I mean, that's sad. But Gigan, I never get to mention this at all, fans, but this movie takes place before, what is it called again? Zone Fighter. Have you guys heard of Zone Fighter? Because that show was really good. That show was meant for the end of Gigan. Yeah, Gigan dies because Zone Fighter nearly killed him. King Ghidorah made it to the show, but he's already a survivor. So, Zone Fighter is connected to the show of Godzilla, and Godzilla made it there. And speaking of Godzilla, look at this guy. Okay. Oh my god. Godzilla, this is probably the best design for Godzilla, but not for this movie. This movie, he's just too cute. The other two, the next two movies, they made him meaner, and that was great. This movie, I mean, this is my favorite Godzilla design in the Showa. It's so awesome. This is amazing. But, oh, that dropkick, that's the best part he ever done in this movie. So, what can I say for this movie? Where I introduce it to people who are not Godzilla fans? No. I don't think so. Well, maybe you can't. It's up to you, whether you show them or not, whatever. But just so you know, it's cheesy. So, I'm gonna give this movie, like, a 6 out of 10. Just try to be a little bit more concerned about this. So, 6 out of 10. We're almost done with the show. We have 2 more, and we're now going into the Mechagodzilla duology. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.